Hello and welcome to my stream. My name is Little and today I am going to continue to read the webcomic of Homestuck as usual with the unofficial Homestuck collection. We are on page 4391 and while this sounds like there are not many pages in front of us anymore, we actually are barely at the halfway point. There are still a lot to go through. Yes, Act 6 is a very long act. So without further ado, let's start. You are Chain Quokka again. And once again, you have woken up on the moon of Frostbite without any recollection of how you fell asleep. You think you were going outside to get the mail? You can't remember. The moon is presently eclipsing Skya. From your fanciful dream room atop your golden tower, you have seen many remarkable things in the clouds. Things which you cannot explain. But against all better judgment, you have a feeling that what you are fondly regarding could very well be some sort of miracle. The miracle of a new beginning. There's something behind her, looks like an agent. Yes, there is a knife. And just like that, Jane's dream self seems to have been killed. With a friendly greeting, a bloody greeting. Another coffin clogger bites the dust. 2 down, 2 to go. Oh, it's this worth, Jack. Jane be Jack Noir. Jane is too dead at the moment to be Jack Noir. Jack Noir just bees himself instead. Jack, get watch. Get the shit out of the way, you are a busy bureaucrat. The clock is ticking and time is dead, kids. Check time. The moment rapidly approaches. You are gonna show these alabaster sons of bitches how a Cold War is done. You can't wait to read it in their papers. The mate is dead, our life is pathetic, blah blah blah. Or some such monotone driver overheard you in one of the pointless weeping cadaver parades. There'll be no mistaking it this time. No servant will discover the body and inform the queen that Frostbite's remaining hero passed in her sleep, peacefully and mysteriously. When the clock strikes 12, no one in this wretched kingdom will have any doubt who's calling the shots here. You're gonna bring this whole goddamn ball down. Check, contact, roll. Hey, look there, the licorice dogs on the ground or what it was. You touch base with your administration's top powder monkey, none other than Durside Bumbler Extraordinaire, the courtyard roll. You ask if he's done rigging the tower to blow. He says you bet. You say good, over, but he mutters something over the radio you don't quite catch. You say what it is. He says, oh, nothing, boss. You say out with it. He asks, isn't this cheating? Assassinating the heroes like this before the war's even really begun. You say, what do you care, just follow your orders. He says, oh, of course, no question, he just thought it was against the rules or something. You say it's all fair game now that the kingdom's under new management. The new boss ain't opposed to taking some shrewd tactical shortcuts. You like the cut of her jib. He says he supposes he can't complain. Her policy toward elaborate heads seems to be as lenient as the old queen's. You say, will you shut up about the heads? He says it's probably because she wears the most grand and luxurious fluffy head he's ever seen. You say you don't think that's a head. You think it's something called hair. He says, oh. You say, now quit all the yapping and following your damn orders. He says, okay, but it still just feels wrong. You say, what does? He says he doesn't know, just something about feeding the poor sleeping boy. All those deadly peanuts just felt wrong. You say you don't care if it felt like a fucking full body massage. Just get those bombs ready to blow over and out. Wait, fed him what? He says the intelligence report he had said the kid wouldn't take well to peanuts. So he snuck in there with a whole bag of them, you know, like the kind from circuses. I guess it's a peanut allergy. He says he ate most of them because they were delicious and as far as he knows aren't poisonous to most everybody else. But he did save a few to get the job done because he is a professional who always carries out his orders. Severely allergic and deadly peanuts. It's not easy feeding a sleeping boy some peanuts, he says. He says he had to work extra hard to put them in his mouth and then use his hands to make his mouth chew up the nuts. But mission accomplished nonetheless, he tells you. You should be pleased to know those nuts were super deadly. So to be fair, he doesn't know if he died from the poison or just choked on a bunch of barely chewed peanut bits. You know what else is super deadly, you say? Knives. Sharp, deadly knives you stick in people's soft torsos to make them bleed until they die. He doesn't have anything to say to that. Jack wraps this up. You say forget it, what's done is done. The Prospician heroes are dead, and that's all that matters. Just be ready to detonate at the appointed time. He says Roger said, but wonders if there are any more orders after that. He asks, what about the other two? The ones on our moon? And most importantly, is there any particular snacks that is poisonous to them? You say forget about those two. They're much trickier to deal with. You've got the dignitary working on it now. You'll get a report from him soon when you return. You wouldn't have even bothered leaving in the first place, but you wanted to make the trip personally and stick it to all these self-righteous Skya bars and goody two-shoes yourself. Hang on, something's happening here. You gotta go. My voice is already failing. I'm so sorry, I just started. Jack inspect torso. This can't be good. You better hit the road and blow this joint before the dead road does some sort of lifey thing. This is weird. Jack hit road, blow joint. So is he going? I guess this was all from the GIF. Ball drop. We are almost at the 12th. It detonates. This is not good. It's bouncing down. This will strike disaster. Act 6, Act 2. Oh, we are already at Act 6, Act 2. Jane, wake up. Her father is really worried because the mailbox exploded. What the heck just happened? Now you remember? The mailbox was booby-trapped, but you survived somehow and got knocked out. How did you get all the way over here? Dad seems just as dumbfounded as you are, and more than a little distraught. Did little Zep whisk you away in the nick of time? Can the little bunny really move that fast? Where is he? There's a cat. You suppose you should let Dad know you're okay, but it's been so long since you've enjoyed such a massive prankster scampered in an exchange with the old man. It's hard not to bask in it, if only for a few seconds. Jane, turn around. Oh, it's a god cat again. You guess that explains it. Just look at that aloof little bastard. He doesn't give a shit about anything, does he? You guess you should feel grateful toward him for saving your life, but you know he's just as likely to rescue you from an explosion as he is to randomly teleport you across town, forcing you to call your dad and ask for a ride home while you spend all day standing in some random field in the pouring rain while you wait hours for your dad to come and pick you up after he gets lost because he plugged the wrong place into Google Maps. Jane, call She-Cat down from the tree. Even if you were inclined to do that, he wouldn't respond to that name. You are pretty sure he doesn't have a name. You and your friends just call him the G-Cat for lack of anything else to call him. Everybody has opinions, but nobody can agree on a good name. You think he probably doesn't want a name. He's just a feisty stray who likes to meddle with your life, then vanish for weeks at a time. Although I think this cat is probably omnipresent. Uh-oh, looks like the big jig is up yet again. Is a jig ever anywhere but up? That's what you want to know. You feel bad about leaving him in suspense for even a moment. Your gambler gets totally rocked by a guilty conscience. He tells you to get inside this instant. Jane, return to room. She looks so defeated. You get inside this instant and march back up to your bedroom. Dad didn't say as much, but it's a safe bet you are now perma-grounded for life. You hear a loud thump just outside your door. This is a passing tube. Jane, contact BFFSY. As long as you just got done paying the piper, you might as well get busy eating all this goddamn crow. Oh, so much of the stuff is gathered on your plate. She appears to be online now. It looks like she sent you the hacked file while you were away. Gutsy Gumshoe TG began pursuing tipsy nostalgic TG at 1:11. Hey, ahem, Roller, Opus Zoe was having important chats. Oh, with some? With yet another intelligent fucking bachelor who else I have to talk to. Yeah, which one precisely? Does Strive. Ins mal für Fick Motherfucks extraordinaire. Lol, wow, extra dinner. Yum. Oh god, she's so wasted right now. If the chats and surplus dinners were truly important, I wouldn't want to interrupt. Of course not, just the usual bullshit. Chats as you always get precedence anyways. Unless there's more of you giving me shit about not believing me in all my sick true facts. Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I see. Go on. You see, I was just the target of another assassination attempt. Fuck. 2, in fact. 1 here in the real world as I attempted to retrieve the mail. Luckily, it was thwarted by a certain cat who shall remain blameless. Hehehe, oh man, God cat, BBF. Good, BFF. No way, God was right. Fucking boss, but like that too. But in the process of being rescued from the explosion, I was knocked unconscious. And in my dreams, there was another assassination attempt. This one, I believe, was successful. Uh-oh. I am becoming convinced that our dream selves are being picked off by violent hooligans. Shit. Hooliganers. Yes, but I think you mean bitter, which sucks. Perhaps the one who accosted me was a knife-wielding lunatic, and it's reasonable to deduce the same forces were responsible for Jake's death and frostbite as well. It looks like we are in the clutches of an actual caper, a real-life mystery, which under different circumstances would be quite exciting, but the truth is, I think we are all in great danger. Well, fuck, I guess it's time to take this shit up to red alert, to where it's been for like fucking ever, Jane. Yeah, but that wasn't all there was to the dream. Shortly before I was stabbed, I had a rather long gander at Skya. A gander, you say? Yes, how good a gander? I would say a pretty substantial gander. Okay, and during this totally massive gander you snagged, what did you see? I saw things in the clouds. Things. Yes, things. What things? Things happening in the future, I think. Many events pertaining to us, all of us and other people I didn't recognize. It was a bit overwhelming. It made me feel small, insignificant, relative to whatever it is we are about to involve ourselves with, and honestly, it made me feel pretty foolish too. Foolish? Why foofish? I began to wonder why I ever had the audacity to think I know much of anything about the world we live in or the journey we are about to take, or to think I could ever rule anything out. I have a feeling that whatever I saw, it means you've been telling the truth all along about everything. I'm starting to feel like a complete idiot for doubting you. Oh man. I've been one great big horse's caboose and I think you are owed an apology. Do you think you can forgive me? Jane, damn. You're making me feel like shit. Yeah. Why? No reason, just hey, did you deal the game file I sent yet? I did. And at this point, I guess I have no choice but to use it. I guess you were a step ahead of me yet again. Why? Because the one on the mail detonated in my most recent assassination attempt. What? Oh, fuck those hacks. The old exploding game trick ball would stop to such low-ball shenanigans like that. So many sweet diapos. That which just makes me fucking furious sometimes. Oh, the tactic was quite underhanded, yes? Yeah, also, what were we talking about again? So we have just worked up over it. I don't blame you. Where we were, by my estimation, was a place wherein I was about to awkwardly attempt to swallow a helping of humble pie, to somehow make it up to you for my years of stubborn mistrust. Hey, Jane, wasn't that a bunch of slip infinitives? Split. To awkwardly attempt to somehow make it up. Oh, well, so busted. Oh gosh, what a doofus. You see, I clearly don't have all the answers. I really had some nerve challenging anyone on practically any subject. Don't beat yourself up too bad, we both know that rule is bullshit anyway. You hold yourself to too high a standard and those standards kinda leak out and start getting applied to other people, I guess sometimes. You really don't have to apologize, Janie, or eat humble pip or anything. All you've got to do is maybe not be such a huge titus all the time. That's fair, but I would still like to make a gesture, even if it's one partially motivated by self-interest, seeing as I clearly have much to learn. I would like to give you a free pass for a day. It is good for 24 solid hours of absolute liquidity from your best friend. Okay, waiting for you to say what the fuck you are exactly talking about. It means that starting now, whatever you tell me, I will have to believe you. I promise. Oh, really? Yes. Oh. Are you there? Well, shh. This is a dramatic pause. Calm your tits. Oh, Exactly. How dramatic are we talking here? Shall I go retrieve a magazine? Really? Okay, then, what do you want me to say for you to auto-believe in? Everything, I guess. I'd like to get completely up to speed if possible. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I already said everything. Want me to just say it all again? Some reiteration certainly couldn't hurt, but this time I won't work so hard to sift the fantastical from the plausible. So like, stuffs I said about my mom, or sure. Okay, well, for starters, she really is a notable author, you know. Oh, I know that. That was always something I had no trouble believing, considering the public documentation, even the clues the Willoughbys receive. And frankly, the family resemblance is obvious. Yup. Anyway, it would be disingenuous if I found your relation far-fetched, since we are all apparently related to noteworthy people. It's just one of those funny things. True that, then what else can I talk about? Like your occult magics and stuff, because I don't know a whole lot about the magics. Besides the fact that they are all real as shit can get. Maybe we should start at the very beginning. Okay, but the beginning was a heck of a long time ago. Do you remember around when we first started talking? Yes? And you claimed you were the one making me pumpkins with a beer, ha 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 ha, yes? You later proceeded to try to prove to me that what you were saying was true, but none of your attempts thereafter would ever bear any fruit. Pardon the pun. Okay, but it ain't pardoned, because a pumpkin ain't even a fruit. It's a big orange porch thing for Halloween numbnuts. Yes, I know what pumpkins are. It was a joke, silly. What I'm trying to say is, and thinking back to those days, when you couldn't verify your claims, it made me think the whole thing was a big ruse. And I think this unfortunately began a pattern of mistrust. It was always hard to rule out the possibility that you could be joking about other things as well. Yeah, but it's not my fault. I mean, a purification tank is notoriously unreliable. Remember, I explained this. I can't just always purify stuff from you anytime I want. I can only take stuff I'm allowed to, which is pretty much random. Like stuff that by taking I'd be messing up the timeline because that stuff is supposed to be there and serve some function that hasn't served yet. So most of the time, all I get is slime on my hand, but pumpkins for some reason are a little easier to take. I don't know why. Like they are specifically and arbitrarily unhinged from space-time spookowski. I couldn't begin to explain the science behind such a technology either. But I guess the important thing is, regardless of how or why it works, this is a story you continue to stand by. That is, you are still taking credits for the mysterious disappearance of all those pumpkins I grew years ago. Fuck yeah, I so gonged your gods, Jane. Did you gang them when my god was down? Yes, I did exactly that. Snatched your patch, sucker. Very well. Then I believe that is what happened. That's all I'm trying to say here. So, okay. You believe that? Now what? No, nothing really. You may continue to tell me anything you would like with the confidence that I won't doubt you. So by all means, go ahead. Okay, got it. So Jane, what's it feel like to get stabbed by a bad guy? Oh, come on, huh? That is a question. Yeah, so? It's not any sort of revelation or statement for me to take at face value. That, Burnett, this isn't that difficult. And for the record, it's not great. What's not? Getting stabbed by a bad guy, it isn't all that peachy. Yeah, bad must have sucked, or beam sucked, I don't know. So you're not in the mood to tell me things? No, I'm spiked about you wanting to believe me and all, but part of me still feels like I should prove it, like I tried to once. It was just frustrating. I mean, I'm a scientist, I should be able to prove my shit, like, subject my claims to the fucking Madrigogs. Madrigogs? Madrigers, you know what I mean? Yeah, I understand. I mean, trust between friends is sweet and everything, but I don't know if I want to be the recipient of like a buttload of pity believings. It's not about pity. It's more like a gesture I'm trying to make. Or maybe that's not quite right. It has more to do with setting things right for myself than making it up to you. Does that make sense? Shoot, I'm doing such a terrible job explaining this. patiently sips Beth Wage. The bottom line is, I want to believe you things you say now. That's all you need to know. Okay, that's good. I won't that bad. I still want to prove it irregardlessly. Shudders uncontrollably at word usage. Oops, sorry. Still want to prove it irregardlessly. All fixed thought as fuck. So you down for one last try? Sure, okay, let's get busy. What do you want to me disappearify? Jane, look around. I don't know, the baking chest maybe? Too big, I got size restrictions here. Bigger stuff takes huge amounts of power to swipe, so the gizmo I have has a built-in size cap, like something as big as you for instance. I can't take, believe me, I've tried. Oh, that's sweet of you, I guess. It was toad sweet of me to try and steal you for the hangout, but it didn't work because of bullshit. But I can take stuff somewhat smaller. What are the restrictions? Just dump your shit on the floor. Tell me everything that's there. Jane, empty Sylladex. Well, what immediately catches my attention is this enormous book. I wonder how it squares with your size restriction. What book? Unabridged Sassacus. It's a very rare edition and a precious family heirloom, so I don't know if it would make an ideal candidate for the journey. No, are you kidding? That shit is perfect. It would be just the right size, like big but just sparkling, not too big. But what if it gets damaged? Shit, we set fire. Oh, silly me. What was I even worried about? Man, then fine. It wasn't even a Freudian slip. Dr. Freud just tripped over an errant fellow, tumbled down a flight of stairs and broke his neck. And then his cigar exploded comically in his face. Fluffle, Jane, you're funny. I'm still lolling at that word boner I made. OMG. It was spectacular, but for real, I once set your fucking joke book on fire, Jane. It doesn't even do that, even if it goes the worst kinds of rock. Couldn't we send Wise Guy instead? At least it can be easily replaced. Jane? Fuck Wise Guy. This would be so lame as a Giganea pig book. Goddamn hoe, are you kidding? I don't even know how to spell Giganea pig book sober. Could be sober as a church quiz and look at it. Giganea, shit looks intrinsically fuck typographically speaking. So fuck that word and fuck those particular pigs. No, I reject your proposal that we fuck Wise Guy, whatever that actually means, or for that matter, the spelling of any adorable rodents named after African nations. Jane, are you being a titus again? I don't think so. We talked about this. About what? About you being a titus. I'm not being a titus. Janie, it seems to me that there's a % chance of you being a huge titus. Are you being a huge titus on me, Jane? Oh goddammit, take the book. What do I care? Yes, that's the spirit. Now you are believing with petrol. I fail to see what offering up a priceless book for your wildly capricious science experiment has to do with my resolution to be less stingy with my beliefs, but alright. Will you relax about the book? I'm only just teasing, cause there's like practically 100% chance this won't work like always. But work like always, so ready. Yes, let's just get on with it. I'll purify. It's really gone. It worked. The book is gone. Oh no. Oh shit. What is it? Shit. Did you receive the book? Shit. Don't tell me. The book is damaged somehow, isn't it? Fuck. Is it at least somewhat intact? Or was it completely incinerated in transit? I just knew we should have used Wise Guy. I can't believe this. Don't worry. The book itself is totes fine. Oh, then what's the problem? I'm so stupid. So stupid. Will you tell me what happened? Gotta go, BBL. We'll talk about important stuffs later. Tipsy Nostalgia TT ceased bossoving Gatsy Gum to GG. Tipsy Nostalgia TT began bossoving Gatsy Gum to GG. Please, Jane. Thank you for believing me. Tipsy Nostalgia TT ceased bossoving Gatsy Gum to GG. Tipsy Nostalgia TT began bossoving Gatsy Gum to GG. Oh shit, on last thing, Jane. Do not burn the file I sent you before I get back. I need to... Just don't without me, okay? Tipsy Nostalgia TT ceased bossoving Gatsy Gum to GG. Tipsy Nostalgia TT began bossoving Gatsy Gum to GG. TG. Fargo. Tipsy Nostalgia TT ceased bossoving Gatsy Gum to GG. You wonder what her deal was? It's always something with her. You again notice your game file beckoning you to play, but she warns you not to until she gets back. 3. Oh hey, you just noticed your slightly abridged edition of Secretors over there on the floor. You guess you could have sent a much less valuable copy and saved a lot of arguing, but what's done is done. There's more reading material sprinkled about too. Clearly got some time to kill before your BFF SY gets back from her emergency. Might as well do some casual reading. But there's nothing casual about hoisting even the British sassacres up to your lap, so forget that. There's always Game Girl, but the articles are all a bit vapid and in your view somewhat demeaning to female gamers and women in general. You and Roland are convinced the whole thing is just written by the same odious D-bags who write Game Girl, which is exactly what makes it good for the LULs perverts. Speaking of both and the games they play, Jane read Pony Pals. The Detective Pony. You've read this a million times already. It's one of your favorite gifts. Another gender that sure couldn't hurt. Jane examined contents. Amazing chapter title. Potentially the TUC for greatest book ever written, but Betancourt shot out his nightmare instead. Contents: a visitor, screaming ponies, danger, flames, missing the fight, blood in the snow, homeless, 3 ideas, Acorn's shadow, and an extra chapter. Yeah, someone did write in this book and it's orange, so this probably was Dirk. Jane flipped to page 1. Okay, shall I read this with the extras? Tragic pony news. A visitor, Anna Hurley, dump name, sounds like product of speech impediment by imbecile. Almost a good name for you, not sure why. Came out her back door and ran across the backyard. There were 2 ponies in the paddock behind Anna's house and yard. Hey ponies, Anna called out. We are going for a trail right as he prepared the news adroitly. Anna's pony Acorn was standing in the pony shed. The other pony, Little Sebastian, belonged to Anna's next door neighbor in Ponyville, the city of Pawnee, Indiana. Little Seb came over to Anna, but Acorn stayed in the shed. Anna thought that Acorn was trying to hide from her. He liked to play I'm scared shitless of my master. Jane turned page. Anna went into the shed. Acorn wasn't fucking around. He was staring at a fluffy black cat with white paws taking a dump on his favorite saddle. The cat was staring back at Acorn, shitting like tomorrow wasn't the thing. Hey kitty, said Anna, what are you doing here? She asked, the act of defecation oddly forbade to the girl. Pony came into the shed behind Anna. Whose cat is that? The rural township inquired. I don't know, answered Anna. It's not a pony, so who seriously gives a fuck? Suddenly, a mouse went from behind the feed bin. The contrived incident caused some extra shit to happen. Acorn was like, oh hell no, not the fuck, my paddock bitch. Acorn got as if to say vile slurs omitted. The cat leaped back up on the straw and curled himself into a ball. Acorn took a few steps towards the cat and crushed it to death with his magnificent hooves. Acorn nickered triumphantly. That's so cute, murmured the fictional Midwestern Barrow. Pam Quendel rode another goddamn pony up to the shed. She said hi to her pony pals, and the whole new cream beamed complacently about the bullshit horse club. Anna pointed at the cat. Acorn has a new kind of meat he appears to tolerate. She exploded. Man, screw handwriting, this is easier. Later, about halfway through the book, rather than see the gags through to the bitter end, Strider began pasting over entire pages of original text with his own completely rewritten version of the story, while keeping all the chapter titles. His revision is a tough, emotionally draining read, but a cathartic in all the worst ways possible. He tends to get carried away with his projects. Jane, just check out the file already. You try to distract yourself with Strider's literature, but it's no use. The curiosity is overwhelming. The launch could be gone for hours for all you know. Surely there couldn't be any harm in just installing the file, could there? It's an odd extension for a file. You don't think you've ever seen it before. Oh no, don't be noses. Don't be noses. Jane installs Subverb client. Press enter when ready. It doesn't even seem to install anything, it just wants a small application when you execute it. Looks like you're 1 key press away from playing. Do you dare? Jane, press enter. Hey Jane. Step away from your computer. computer. And a smile. What? Ouch. The computer exploded. Sweet catch. Yeah, a lot of explosions here. God, you wish stuff would stop exploding. Jane, on the destroy. Timmy just testified TT began gossiping gutsy gum to TT at 1:43. I should probably warn you. About what? Yet another exploding game trap? Well, shit, she already sent it? Yes, but to be fair, she warned me not to run it. That's weird. Why? She was probably just trying to protect me from the Beta Witch's latest assassination attempt. Shh, I can't believe you all finally got me saying Beta Witch too. Who would have thought? No, it's weird, because Lalonde was the one who rigged it to explode. It's a bogus copy she coded herself. The real game file she downloaded is totally legged. What? Really? Got it right here myself. Check it out. File's fucking clean as a whistle. A whistle that overcame a major substance abuse problem trying to get its life back on track. The whistle is holding down a steady job now. It's taking things one day at a time. Eat a fucking dinner off that whistle. Okay, I'll shut up. Why would she do that? To accomplish exactly what it sounds like got accomplished. You're narrowly averting the fake threat to your lives and getting your shit all hot and bothered as the Baron is over it. Then you abdicate your heiress throne or something and give up on this game as a big fuck you to the genocidal cake alien. But if you felt so strongly that I shouldn't play, she could have told me. Or told me more forcefully, I guess. I would have listened. Maybe. He's working through some problems right now. Really doesn't want us to play that game. So I guess this was the insane stunt she whipped up to derail the inevitable. Kinda reckless for my tastes. One of the above statements is a fucking lie. Are you gutsy enough to gumshoe to spot it? Maybe she was justified in taking such an extreme measure. I sure hadn't been taking her seriously. She even warned me not to play it until she got back, but I went ahead anyway because I was too impatient. Actually, now that I think about it, she was probably going to disarm it or such when she got back, seeing as her objective had essentially been accomplished already by an actual assassination attempt. After that, I told her I would believe her about everything. That probably made her feel guilty about setting me up, so she told me not to touch the file until she returned. Sounds about right. But then I went ahead and ran it anyway like a dofus. I think she just wanted to be believed. Shucks, am I an awful friend? Nope. I'm not so sure about that. Well, before you go taking a massive sad crap all over your friendship credentials, consider this. Only she could manage to blow up your computer with a nasty deadly virus and somehow make you be the one to feel shitty about it. You are right. Or maybe you are the one who uniquely feels the predicate in that construction. I don't goddamn know. Your friendship with her is a half-drunken three-legged relay race and the bacon is a stick of dynamite. And you two are the only ones on the track. Me and English are watching from under the bleachers, high-fiving constantly. I guess it's a pretty apt metaphor, even though it doesn't make the slightest bit of sense. Yes, I just wanted to start playing the game so badly. Now more than ever, I have reason to believe the stakes have increased dramatically. They have, and they will continue to. I think our dream counterparts are all marked for death, and if we are to stand a chance, we must move quickly. I agree. Just heard about your assassination on Frostbite. Oh, she told you already? Who, RL? No, I read it in a newspaper. Are you being ironic again? No, I just picked up one of the sleazy Jersey tabloid rags. Sometimes they feature some pretty entertaining gossip about the royalty or whatever. But they are primarily dedicated to smearing Frostbite. The press had a field day with the deaths of the page and the maid. Jersey? You mean the other planet? The evil one? Hello, Lux. Thanks for watching. Seems like you have to work today, so have a fun day at work. Durst, yeah. Not evil necessarily. That's a bit simplistic. The kingdom represents the forces of opposition to Frostbite and the four heroes, us. What did the story say about me? Dead. Was a big-ass headline. Then a photo of your dead body lying there, followed by a lot of bullshit slander. It was also reported your tower exploded. They couldn't find the body to give it a proper funeral, probably incinerated. I didn't realize you had woken up in the game already. When did that happen? Hey Panda, thank you. I was wondering where you were. Done you years ago, don't really recall. I guess I shouldn't act surprised you didn't tell me. What with all your highfalutin secrecy? It's hard to explain. I was never technically asleep there. I was awake without realizing it. Then I realized that I sort of learned how to be awake there while awake here too. I'm awake there now, all by pretending to sleep. Pretending? Why? For one thing, it gets a bit distracting managing two alert bodies in different places at the same time. And for another thing, it's better to maintain appearances. Everyone in Dirk believes their heroes haven't woken yet. So they are both rumored to be very active sleepwalkers, which is half true. She can't ever seem to sleep still, goes off wandering for days. Sometimes I've gotta go round her up from some godforsaken cranny of the abyss, drag her tipsy as home, tuck her back in. Maybe I'll chain her leg to the bed if she doesn't wake up soon. So in light of the recent assassinations, her slumbering attraction to the void probably works to her advantage. No one ever knows where she is. Sometimes the grandparents take forever. I'm still not sure I'm following. Why are you maintaining the appearance of being asleep? On Prospect, it seemed as if the people there regarded me and take very highly, like celebrated figures. Is it not the same way in Dirk? No, it's essentially the same situation here. They glorify us the same way, almost like we are their purple pajama team mascots. Even though they will completely oppose our objective when all is said and done. Kind of ridiculous, really, but even so, I think it's better to lay low, not alert anyone to my alertness. That way I can sneak around and gather information, do some reconnaissance before shit starts getting real. In other words, read newspapers, get a feel for the word on the street and such, as might a detective. Yeah, among other things, like keep an eye on agent activity. You mean secret agents? No, more like high-ranking officials. Judging from your knife wound, I'm betting you were the victim of the arch-agent himself. You should feel honored, I guess. Who's that? A guy named Noir. Real nasty dude. Crazy ambitious. Loves knives. If we are going to stand any chance of winning this thing, I've got this nagging suspicion we are gonna have to take him down first. And the feeling that next equally is it ain't gonna be easy. I guess I should find all that ominous, but I cannot lie, sir. Nothing you have said has made me one iota less excited to begin this adventure. Those dastardly agents can try to assassinate me all they like, I just want to get started. That's the most awesome way to be, Jane. And it is again where you will be our leader, sort of, right? Still fixing to pull the strings for us, per your extensive puppet metaphors, pulling them as we speak. I'm having Lil Sepp install a real copy of the client on another computer in your house. A clean computer, not any of this BCC corp garbage you tend to accumulate. I have to insist from this point onward you employ neutral devices. That shit fucks with your head. Alrighty, I think I can make that concession. Once it's installed, I'll connect with you. I will be your server player. I know this isn't what you were hoping for, but some improvisation is in order. While you get the ball rolling, I'll try to talk some sense into the mercurial boo sound. Sounds like a plan. I do hope she comes around. It would be a bummer to play without her. She will. Say, do I even have any machines that survive the explosion besides this one? Do we even have any machines that don't mutate you with fucking hamburger helpers and guide you with Ines propaganda? I guess not. Still, some nice things were surely destroyed. I think Detective Tony was caught in the blast. It's unlikely Acorn survived, a fitting end to a life of moral compromise. So, since I'm apparently out of neutral devices, which computer is that installing the file on? On your dad's computer downstairs, one in the study. Gotcha, my poor dad. He surely heard the explosion. I've put him through so much today. Oh no, what? I just had a dreadful thought. The kitchen is just below my room. What if he had begun baking his afternoon cake when my computer exploded? I wouldn't worry about it. Maybe I should go look, so I'm a little afraid to. I think it'll take a lot more to kill the dudes in a little falling debris. Trust me. This looks pretty bad, though. He seems to be fine. I hope so. The Crockers have something of a legacy when it comes to losing forebearers and mysterious explosions. I would be so sad if I kept the tradition alive like this. The most you have to worry about is getting grounded back to the Stone Age. When you enter the session, he'll probably lock you up in a prison cell on Dirk. Probably stick a huge safe in front of the bars for good measure. Now do me a favor and hop off the couch. Okay, what are you doing? Making room for something big. Yes, deploy. Watch destroy, Deploy some sort of Memos instrument onto your balcony. It's just as well he took over for Rolel. She probably would have destroyed half your house with that thing in her condition, but on the bright side, Joshua Al would have enjoyed a good nicker with you over the notion of DS deploying his Memos instrument. You wonder what she could possibly be up to? While you're at it, you also wonder what the deal is with this cagey treatment of the names. D-Stry, Rolel, DS, RL, Strider, Valant, it's all starting to get a bit silly. Each of the full names has 11 characters and you have been dancing around all by 2. Maybe it's time you were formally introduced to the last 2 characters. One of the last 2 stands in her bedroom. It is a young lady. Due to an incident involving an Imperial fire and unoriginal Colonel, the Sargas and a perfectly white cat, she will not be able to assist your BFS as wife for some time. And due to the aggressive influence of all that takes place in Paradox space, this incident has not happened yet. What was that happened yet was this young lady's 13th birthday. It took place almost 3 years ago, and on that date her black balloon was engraved. It was engraved with 11 letters to be precise, 9 of which you are already familiar with. You figure it couldn't hurt to take a peek at the engraving, and you've been dying to get the scoop on those last 2 mysterious characters. Examine Black Balloon. Hey, get that damn cat out of the way. Cat, move tail. Roxy Lalonde. Thank you, Cat, who's probably Jasper's. The final 2 chromosomic symbols have been released from their fluffy, twitching prison. Examine Woon. Your name is Roxy. Goddamn, do you love wizards? You wish and hope they are real, and that so too is their magics and stuff. You enjoy writing fan prose with that magical man, but you think maybe it's not so great. You are, however, quite great at the esoteric sciences such as ectobiology, dark astrology, and the delicate art of purification. You have tended to accrue dead, preserved specimens from your experiments, little to none of which aren't feline. You aren't one too shy for a bit of gaming, particularly as a sword well past its prime. You have a real soft spot for old school technology. It is fair to say most of your leanings are governed by a bent for nostalgia. Your coding quite is told Riddick by making the hottest shit hexabit you ever knew, as the deli to the grid as she's beautiful. You are known to non-dumbly employ a roguish demeanor toward the fellas, a habit not especially jeopardized by your non-infrequent inebriation. Which is to say, against the better judgment of one of your age, you like to dip into the source now and then, unless your mom is looking, which happens to be virtually never. And considering she has been known by the knowledgeable to be in possession of vision omnifold, this strikes you as a particularly stunning lapse in parental diligence. But you have good friends and many distractions to fill this void in your life. What will you do? Roxy, wail like an alley cat and blow bubbles in your drink. Roxy is not empowered to resurrect this crusty old gag template because all of a sudden, she's too busy being the other guy. You absolutely got to peep the last 2 letters of his Max Chill dude's name with a devil-ficking double. Examine Plectony. Hey, clear out that stupid pony. What is this? Some sort of miniature paddock? Pony, wake up. Dirk Strider. Thanks, Pony, who is presently a tiny maple hoof for some reason. The final 2 deliverable symbols have been unearthed from countless crushing ounces of slumbering pony. Examine Woon. Your name is Dirk. Holy shit, do you love puppets? It is all of a sudden that girl will not be stood for. You possess the extreme dexterity to operate your false friends unseen, that is, and they are not pre-ambulatories to your lovingly imbued mechanization. You dig writing cognitive algorithms for that apocryphal man and you think maybe that's fucking dope. Guess what else is dope? Everything else you do. You are secret auto-dictate on ancient civilizations, a self-made master of mythology, and a preternatural pop culture academe. If you weren't so damn aloof and actually let people get a load, you might get described all kinds of ways. Maybe tagged as a Renaissance ninja, philosopher prince, and flex the puppeteer. Or perhaps a pantheonic ironicist, gangster logician, lucid waker, and Dirtite spy. Good descriptors so as if the shits you give end nil. You are cool with dabbling in the fine sequential arts, and your work could be viewed by some as borderline pornographic. And to those Philistines you'll be heard wondering, what the fuck do you mean borderline? Against the better judgment of one your age, you build robots, set them to kill mode, and spar with them to death. That is when you are not sanctificating them to friends or dueling them with rap lyrics. But you try to cool it on the deathmatch stuff when your bro is looking, which is virtually never. And considering he's had a reputation staked on some order of martial nobility, This strikes you as a staggering oversight and brotherly vigilance. You don't have the heart to hold it against him, so what will you do? Dirk jumped your ass and twitched like a proboscis. There's no way in hell you were going to use this gag the time of day, even if you weren't suddenly totally lambasted by the character's lecturing again from way out of left field inside your glasses. Once again, you are grabbing the plush by the rump. You are in absolute command of your destiny. As long as you don't pick the two characters who are grayed out with this universally understood UI convention for one-clickability. Also, as long as both other available choices are finished being drawn, we are passing out free will like cheap cigars. So I'm going to start with Roxy. You are no Roxy. What were you up to again? You were floating somewhere in the non-linear times view of paradox space, and we were hoping to get a handle on the exact chronology of your situation. Perhaps your successive actions will oblige us? Yeah, you aren't really listening. You're going to do whatever the hell you want. Roxy, go grab that sweet gun. You pick up your high-octane laser gun. It's powered by the most deadly sciences you know of. You keep a couple specific locations in your portfolio on standby. Try to stay as sharp as possible in unarmed combat, because you never know when you get ambushed. It's dangerous out there. The fist kind and the rifle kind. Roxy, examine Dead Mutant Collection. The biggest one has been around for as long as you remember, encased in the glass-like material. You've considered giving it a name, but it always struck you as a little morbid to name a dead cat. Don't we know this one? The others were the result of a few experimental mishaps before you got the hang of the ectobiology equipment. You keep them around to remind you of the perils of the inexact science, and also because they are weird looking and cute. You've since cloned many healthy felines, but they all live in the laboratory out back. The pet cat doesn't really get along with other cats, and you don't want to upset him. Roxy, capture Log 1. You tuck the biggest one into your message in a bottle modus. These little guys are quite handy for bursting through windows whenever you are ready to christen a new fenestrated plane. Roxy, take books. You take the first 6 books of your mom's best-selling series, Complacency of the Learned. She made an impossible fortune off of those books, considering how dark and inaccessibly written they are for young readers. More money than the US financial system could even account for legitimately circulating in the economy. Many suspected real-life witchcrafts were involved, which is what some believed discouraged criminal investigation into the matter. The feds were afraid, and the Baroness nervous. God, you hope that's all true. Roxy, examine COTL poster. Complacency of the Learned. Some original edition cover art from one of the books. It features the androgynous young apprentice Calmazas, who throughout the series plays the roles of anti-hero and chief antagonist. He convinces fellow disciples to rebel against Caesarpen's wanted complacency, and one by one hunts down each wizard. All 12 are killed by the predicant scholar himself, forcing a showdown. The poster depicts a notorious chess match between Calmazas and Caesarpen. Caesarpen had a reputation for being unbeatable. He had never lost a match, even to the gods, but his apprentice was able to beat him in the wizard's duel by first becoming checkmated, and through some unprecedented enchantment, continuing to play beyond the death of the king. You love your mom's books and find them heavily inspiring, but you can't help but feel the work is exhaustingly heavy-handed at times. You kind of prefer to write more light-hearted things, actually crack a joke now and then, you know? Roxy, say hi to Cat. Your cat Friedrich hops down on the bed to greet you and immediately situates himself on something important, one of your creative writing journals. You named him after your favorite wizard from COTL. He was just such an endearing, bumbling fellow before he was murdered. Calmazas put an insidious curse on him, which caused him to go insane over several years. He began filling a book with all of his arcane knowledge, which was said to be limitless. The tome grew to monumental proportions and became a virtually unreadable patchwork of impenetrable erudition. When the young wizard finally caught up with him, he was a quaking, incoherent madman. Yes, he put him out of his misery by crushing him to death with his own massive text. You just think it's a fitting name for him for some reason, the macabre demise notwithstanding, of course. Roxy, take journals. You politely scoot Friedrich off the books, said the boy. He's purring. Technically, only one of these books is yours, the writing journal. You're pretty secretive about your writing. Sometimes even you can hardly bear to read it. You are highly aware of the formidable rightly shadow cast over you, and can be critical to the point of embarrassment over your work. Just how drunk were you when you wrote this? You often wonder to yourself. You don't think you'll be peeking at it soon, maybe later. The other book is another point of embarrassment for completely different reasons. Roxy, read other book. This is Jake's private journal. One day, when you were feeling especially frisky, you swiped it with your purifier, not actually expecting it to work. But then you debated with yourself for weeks over whether to read it. When you finally took a peek, you were strangely relieved to find all this nonsense instead of his private thoughts. You still didn't have it in you to talk to the staff. You just agreed what a shame it was about his missing book. You have no idea what these letters mean. Some kind of code, bark, crap, abracadabra. You have no clue what was running through the kid's head, not unlike always. Yo, so we kinda know what this means. Roxy, get the little ray gun. It isn't a ray gun, it's your purifier. Pretty much the only crocker text you can bring yourself to use. It's just too handy not to. You just plug in the coordinates you want to nab something from, point it where you want to purify and shoot. It'll make that thing a purify right then and here, assuming no temporal conflicts. Piece of cake. Not crocker brand cake, so called fuck sandwich. Roxy, you are thirsty. That isn't a command. Excuse me, but you beg to differ. You poured a beautiful martini a little while ago, and you've been letting it gather cobwebs while you horse around with random shit in your room. What a crime. Roxy, sip martini thoughtfully. Delicious. Damn it, this is a wrong stock reaction. You will not stand for this outrageous misrepresentation of your beverage enjoyment. Roxy, sip martini more thoughtfully than that. You're much better, yeah. That's much better. As much as you enjoy an afternoon cocktail, you have to remember to pace yourself with these things. They are crazy strong and tend to make you kinda sleepy. Oh my, how inviting does that soft plush pile look about now? Great, you think. Roxy, examine plush pile. You like to ensconce yourself in this friendly heap when you play games? Gosh, it looks soft. Your eyelids are getting heavy. Roxy, succumb to unfathomable goose snooze. There you go, wobbling. Knock out below. Roxy, black out. Nap time! And now it's time for a Roxy sleepwalk. Your dress. Let's say exists some of the best music scenes for the animations. Meeting has happened. Roxy, wake up. What the heck was that all about? Oh, hey there, Fricklish. He greets you with a slight conspiratorial purr, almost as if it was privy to what you dreamt, which is impossible, of course. Looks like some dude has been watching you while you were asleep. Roxy, answer. Temius testified TT, began pestering tipsy nostalgic TT. Roxy, awake yet? Guess not. Let me know. Wow, damn, hey Dirk, had a crazy dream. There you are, but I see your dream self hasn't returned. You must be trying on the fuck on tight already. Maybe I am like a bow of bone on a beautiful pony. When how can you be this much drunker than last time we talked? What the hell are you even drinking? Okay, but to be fair, you did a fool. Was an intentional typo for your benefit? Cause I know you love those pros. It's a bayet. So you're spying on me in Glass Village again? Yeah, fucking perv. I like what you see there. As he precisely jacked shit in the sight of fucker. That's point. You got too sauced up and went rogue again. You were out there in your red drifting stupor independent of your waking self-awareness. Gonna go after me again? Get on your horns. Gallop me home like Prince Charming back to Spoon Kingdom. OMG, blush, blush, blah. No, in thinking it over, it's sort of relief, simplifies things somewhat. It's better you stay out there for a while. There has been a problem. What do you do now? Okay, I fucked up. I kind of made a mess here and I'm not sure what to do about it yet. No need for you to worry about it for now. I'll figure something out. Until then, I'm just going to prepare for our session while I think it over. What a surprise! Another mystery for you to keep to yourself and overly severable lies. No, hey, let's talk about something cool instead, like the dream I had, okay? First, I had some ordinary boring dreams that I don't remember, but then I dreamt that I wake up from the tremor, and things got very bright and surreal, and I saw someone. I think it was supposed to be my daughter. Why do you think that? You know those dreams where you just know someone's supposed to be someone? No. Okay, well, regular people have those, I'm pretty sure, all the time. I was thinking it was prophetic, like a glimpse of the future. I don't know, because that's not really how the abyss works. It's not Skya and we aren't prosper dreamers. There's nothing like that out in the abyss. If you drift far enough, there's only horror. Terrible, terrible horror. Okay, but I'm not saying it was a future dream. It was just a glimpse and it felt real, and all I'm saying is it was a cool dream that I wish was real. Glimpse. Well, maybe it was. Maybe there's no fanciful games of played mechanism of procrastination involved here, and you are just an ordinary one of them will pass spiking. I guess it's possible. Hey Dick, Dirk, what do you think it would be like if we had kids? What would it be like? Inconvenient, mostly. No, I mean, what would they be like? The kids you ever think about it? Can't really say I have. You know, for an eccentric guy, you can be boring as fuck sometimes. Sorry, Rox. For what's it worth, I'm picturing them now, a boy and a girl. Two perfect little freaks of nature raised by people who clearly got no business bringing up anybody. Shucks, bastard, just a fun little hypothetical to daydream about. Why you need to suck the fun out of shit? Like some turd-hungry Dracula. It's not like I'm lobbying for you to hook me up with a whole mess of fucking babies. Or that I'm holding on to any such delusion that's even a remote possibility. Yes, sign. The sign? Yes, the sign. You heard me. Do you mean the sign? Nope, I'm sticking with the sign. Going down with the ship. There's a less sign stabbing Captain Wolal. What does the sign actually mean in this context? Oh, come on. Come on, what? The sign is universal, understood to mean too bad he's gay, you deliberately obtuse thunderfuck. I mean, yeah, that's what I thought. It would just be cool if you'd refrain from tossing about such antediluvian terms. Antediluvian what? Me saying you are gay, you mean? Yes. Okay, but homology aside, I don't think I'm off base. I don't see how it has to be a thing. I really think it's actual thing though. Once upon a time, sure, but the world has changed a lot. If I peek in history books between your wizardly indulgence, this is a nuanced topic. Man, I know about the histories, just believe me, it's a thing. How is it a thing? It's a thing because if it wasn't a thing, then you wouldn't be all like what? Well, wanting nothing to do with me for starters. Don't be ridiculous. I have more to do with you than any dude could purposely bargain for, and I like it just fine. What a totally lame plus sweet answer simultaneously. Yeah, no, maybe we should direct our focus on a matter which has nothing at all to do with what does or doesn't qualify as a thing, or what our fantasy alt universe offspring would be like or anything like that. Such is this game, and whether you are in the best condition to be piloting Jane's connection. Maybe you could use another nap? My condition's just fine, and anyway, what ain't gonna get slapped off is the fact that I still don't think we should be touching this bullshit which game is a 20-foot 3 dent. We both know her plans need us too. I know that, but I thought we settled this. It's still so frustrating telling Jane about the dangers, and even if she's being polite, I just know she thinks I'm full of crap about everything. We settled this too. She'll believe everything eventually. Why bother working so hard to convince her? Well, I don't even do that for the most part, but it's a tiring and saddening knowing that even when we are not actively talking about it, that my best friend can't bring herself to believe some really basic things about my life. Like the shitty things the Baroness has done to us, or about our upbringing, like, do you know how miserable it is for your BFF to doubt you when you tell her your mom is dead, I guess. I just guess this for me is a reaction which isn't completely unreasonable from her perspective. She's inundated with media coverage of those whom we've claimed as our parental figures. That they are not presently alive nor ever played that role for us, as she understands it is just an extension of a much more elaborate and far-reaching explanation, which is much harder for anyone to digest in its entirety. Well, anyone who isn't Jake, I mean. Still, say you should cut her some slack. I know. And need I remind you that the potential this game provides for the resurrection is what motivated you to investigate it in the first place. No, I remember. I told you a million times it sounds like it could be the best thing ever. Where Eva's kept this hack. But also that no matter how awesome it might be, it's probably gonna advance all the schemes of her condescension. Right, but if you can stop her? Part of me doesn't even want to give her the satisfaction of starting up at all, like if we didn't win that wrecker shit just so hilariously so many O-lords. I must be hard of counting because I'm barely racking up a single goddamn O-laugh out loud at self-defeating gesture. No, but it would, and for all we know, starting it up is playing right in her claws. Could be a trap waiting for Jane the moment she enters if I stop her from playing. Maybe I could at least give her a chance at a future. But there's no future on Earth for them. Or for us, for that matter. Don't know that for a fact, but anyway. Kinda already made this bogus file for her. What? Why? To scare the shit out of her. Make her learn to fear and respect the fucking hack like she should. And maybe we can drop this whole in-game meetup / resurrection day altogether. See it so it may be. Box, I hope you're not thinking about sending her one of your bad shit S scripts. On the subject, I miss Whipperpips. Miss Whipperpips. The amount of sense you haven't been making is unfucking real. Just go take a nap and don't even think about sending her that file. Are you listening? I will take what you say under serious advisement. Wonk. Jesus. Dirk, when did you stop being any fun? What? It used to beyond get a kick out of a slunt like that. Stunt. Man, you know I'm down with insane stunts. Insane stunts are practically all I'm all about. As long as I actually agree with the purpose they are intended to serve. Destroying Jane's computer and dissuading her from playing is not such a purpose. Better your responder would agree with me. Why can't you be more like him? I'm more like him. I mean more like him. You just misspelled more, causing me to suddenly understand check everything. He's more in touch with his feelings, which just makes me L my FA off since he's a robot. And she actually loosen up sometimes, kinda like you used to could. I used to could. For one thing, he doesn't insta-shoot down a bit of frisky ambitions now and then. Yeah, kind of wish you wouldn't do that with him. Why the fuck not? Just seems a little tawdry and disrespectful. And vaguely exploitative of a still American cognitive entity whose perceptual frame of reference is difficult for us to comprehend. Oh, come on. He's cool, a guy just like you. It's just he lives in some shades. It rubs me the wrong way, is all. Oh, do you want me to rub you the right way? Not really. You're overblowing this. That's an ironic funny thing we do sometimes. Come on, I'm sure you read the transcripts yourself. It's a lot of choke-street bullshit. He blocks me from being able to read transcripts sometimes. Oh, he does? Sneaky bastard. And anyway, I'm really not sure how ironic it is. Okay, next time I will run it by the master first with his fancy fucking irony meter. Okay, yes, the thing with the ER, since you still don't seem to get it. He's rather similar to me in thought process and behavior. Yes, but those patterns were imported from a 13-year-old version of my spike and concealed into the program with starting parameters. In the years since, we've both evolved somewhat. I, as humans, tend to, and he in whatever way is natural for a frequently running self-aware application. So if there are differences between us, they are first reflected by what I feel is a maturity gap, and then further by several years of minor behavioral divergences. OMG, 13-year-old Dirk. Wow, did that not occur to me? That is so cute and makes me feel kinda skeevy for saying anything that serious at him. Damn it, you win everything. You are welcome. Yo, you guys realize I can hear you right? Ha ha ha. Yes, I was away. Check out all these complicated fucking problems people have when they have to live in big lumbering flesh monsters instead of a sweet pair of chains. Yo, dude, you think you could this one out for a while? This conversation practically doesn't even concern you at this point. It seems there are some gnarly cooked numbers that represent the percentage of probability you just said. This doesn't concern me. Even though it's patently obvious that half the conversation like, wait, totally concerns me. Shit, Roxy, look, he's doing this thing where he ironically pretends to fail the Turing test to test me into submission. Even though I was the one who fucking provoked him to do that. Oh, if I off like my brother's just there on the floor. Is how hard I held it off just now. Not peeking at the floor, but cause I'm only 13 years old, motherfuckers. This is fucking dumb. I'm going to leave both of you to interact however you want. I have important shit to deal with and actual responsibilities to take seriously. Roxy, go nab off your drink or exclusively wait another floor-lapping campaign, whatever, I don't care. Just don't sense it fight to Jane, okay? Tell me your satisfied TT, sees perceiving tipsy nostalgic TT. Roxy, flirt lap. So, looks like it just the two of us looks that way. Fancy say, said, guess I can go back to talking an orange. Oh, we are loving today, yes. Why, yes, you should definitely slip into something more comfortable. While I have pour you some robo wine, we have much to discuss. 10 fingers together with salt we can. Actually, I think I like the wet better. Okay, I can check the cellar. Might have some choice years left of the pinpot noir. I don't doubt the choiceness of those pinpots, but I'm not really here to screw around. There's something important to talk about. Oh dang, Jane's after me. Sorry bro, it has to wait. Can't leave Janie hanging. Alright, but just so you know, I think Dirk is probably going to make some sort of formal romantic overture toward Jake today. Wait, what, really? I've been crunching numbers all day on this. The percentage of probability is simultaneously bananas and through the roof. A complete disgrace of tropical food erupting from the peak of an unassuming domicile. Oh my, how do you know? Because I've accumulated thousands of subtle clues listenable to primitive human neurology and ramped them to my determinative infatuation in Jane at the astonishing speed of information. And also because I'm pretty sure it's what I would do if I were him, which is literally the case. And also because he kind of told me, I guess, there's that. Well, this should be interesting. Don't you tell Jay, Igor, not specifically. Man, does he even know how he feels? Lo, the poor guy's totally under siege from all sides. Hehe. He knows well enough. I've battered with him with enough solicitations to paint a pretty striking portrait of my cognitive opportunities inclinations. Even if he wasn't able to pick up on such hints from the man himself, which strikes me as statistically implausible. That's not even me just doing more ironic AI bullshit. I was never that clear on that, are you like boss crushing on him? Or is it a wheel for him and ironic for you? Or it's complicated. No shit, there's a robo-clone of the guy smitten with the guy everyone else smitten with, including said robot clone maybe? Hey, can we hold the sword? Have to on the chain. And yeah, Roxy on the chain. Gatsy Gumshoe, GT began pestering tipsy nostalgic TT. Yeah, we already had this. Anyway, if you are still there, I wouldn't call my feelings ironic, so evidently I would enclose them in quotes. They are more like an echo of feelings once established in a biological context, so perhaps had not particularly well materialized at some point in my life, or his life, whatever. They still feel real sometimes, and it can be easy to get carried away with them. But most of the time they present themselves as dense bodies of abstraction to be evaluated like any kind of information. It's fair to say the feelings I have about my feelings are more genuine expressions of emotion than the ground level feelings themselves. Does that make sense? Yes, sorry, detected. Important shit going on with Jamesy. That's fine. So to underwhelmingly answer your question, no, I don't think I'm really into Jake. Not so much as occasionally being subject to heavily arresting recalls, conflicted incipient preteen episodes on the subject. I'm not sure I can be into someone in a way you understand. Not that it would even matter if I was. I'm glasses. Damn. What? Sorry, I'm listening to you, really, but I fucked up. Got to make sure. Shane doesn't run that file I sent the virus. You sent it already? Sneaky. Wow, I'm such an ass. What are you two talking about? The botline is, I'm a horrible friend. You could just tell her you sent an exploding file. No, then she would think I'm shitty, and right now she thinks I'm super not shitty. Don't want to blow it. I think I'd rather pull a Dirk and process my underlying feelings for her. OMG, OMG, OMG. Wait, you have feelings for Jane? No, you think not. Was joke. Oh my fucking god. Dirk told Jake about her stuff. What about Jane? How's she gonna feel? Competing with a friend and all. Poor guy, she can't even get up the nerve to say anything to. Poor Jane. It seems to be a highly probable you, uncertain that shows of one of the human romantic quandaries. Oh, shut the fuck up, I need a drink. Are you even talking to her anymore? It seems like you must be neglecting her side of the conversation. I'm in the middle of dramatic pause. Calm your fucking tits, Bob Bob. Yeah, we already had this. Anyway, I won't distract you for much longer. I just felt the need to tip you off to this 800-ton gorilla dragging its knuckles across the horizon. Will this gorilla eat those bananas flying out of the roof, you said? No airborne food will be safe. I guess this is to be presented as something like a word of caution. If it's me going through with this hypothetically, I am not dropping some limp-wristed chuckbusters on his ass and praying to the horse gods of irony for a reciprocation. There will be no walking back and forth on Patreon-toed feet while my face flushes with the blood of 1,000 timid bishies. I will not hold one tentative hand behind my head like a flustered Ethel from Asian cartoon, nor will an oversized bead of sweat overlap lubriciously with my visage. If it's me, I'm going all out. Oceans will rise, cities will fall, volcanoes will erupt. What I'm saying is it's going to be a scene and bystanders need to brace themselves. Okay, but when is the big scene happening? Probably after the game begins. I expect he'll hold off on playing his hand until he and Jay Garner's session. Taking certain measures. For some reason, I think he's latched onto this notion that functioning as a client for a player got merely a one-way pass to make out sitting with a player. Everything with him and me is a matter of assiduous tactical forethought. Making a play to get his Jones on for the J-Man is no different. Not sure what any of this quiet means, but it sounds spectacular. I can't wait. So I'm still kinda torn about how to feel about his chances versus Jane's chances. What do I say to Jane about this? It's hard being a totally sweet friend as me. It's hard and no one understands. Lol. Sorry to hear that. As ever, I remain an automatus and dispassionate witness of the oddities that is human interaction while maintaining no investment in either outcome. Yeah, bullshit. Anyway, looks like I have to go. I have to prove some shit to Jane. Prove what? Oh, you know? Just subjecting shit to the old Matrigox. It seems you just said Matrigox. What are Matrigots? Later, bro. Tipsy nostalgic TT. Sees pressed when Timus is testified. TT. Taking a quick bathroom break, back in a minute. Alright, I'm back. It's pretty humid today, so pretty hard. Sweating a lot. Need a lot of water. Jamie, it seems to me that there's a mass percent chance of you being a huge titus. Are you being a huge titus on me, Jane? Oh, god damn it. Take the book, what do I care? Yes, that's the spirit. Now you're believing is petrol. I fail to see what offering up a priceless book for your wildly capricious science experiment has to do with my resolution to be less stingy with my beliefs, but alright. Haha, will you relax about the book? I'm only just teasing cause there's like practically 100% chance this won't work like always. Won't work like always. So ready. Yes, let's just get on with it. Roxy, ready, a purifier. You push some buttons and mess with some knobbly DVs and get totally settled subject shit to the Matrigox, Mad Vigors. And the white cat appeared. Oh no, fricklich. Roxy, aim. Roxy, a purify. And the white cat disappeared. Oh my god, no. plummet. It worked! The book is gone! Oh no! Oh shit! What is it? Shit! Did you receive the book? Shit! Don't tell me the book is damaged, someone isn't it? Fuck! Continued tragically. Roxy, take book. Yep, he's dead. Totally crushed. Just know that Julep getting better at scrambling up his accolade as we speak, chuckling to himself while he fills his pocket with ill-gotten boondollars. Go ahead, old man. Laugh it up. Though it should be pretty obvious now who this cat is. You guess you have to do something with a body now. Maybe a funeral. That sounds like the perfect way to say goodbye to an old friend. As the environment outside isn't particularly hospitable for a brewery these days, it also sounds kind of depressing to host a funeral by yourself. It's probably best to just send him back to where he came from. Years ago, when you were exploring the lab, you found a machine somewhat similar to the ectobiology equipment. That's not what you did, you activated it, and out came this friendly cat in a handsome little suit. You still are unsure where he came from, so given the timestamp and coordinates of the machine, you have a feeling he belonged to your mother. If that is true, you feel bad about stealing her cat, let alone killing him, but you could never bring yourself to send him back. Until now, of course, she would probably want to know what happened to her disappearing cat, even if it meant discovering him dead a little while later. The new base uses huge amounts of power. Its entire power supply was almost fully depleted using it the first time. You stockpiled as much uranium as you could for another test run. Looks like this will be it. Roxy, take cat. Oops, Cyladex is full. Got a sweatband with something. Probably as good an excuse as any to break in a new fenestrated plane. Roxy, retrieve mutant kitten. You swap the bottle with one dead cat and it for another. You often use this little guy to break in the planes like an intrepid test pilot. Not while it's in the bottle, so that would be ridiculous, since the bottles are sort of just inventory inspections. You have to break the bottle first before you can get serious about breaking some glass. Roxy, break bottle. This makes no fucking sense. Roxy, clear some space. Oh, Clara. Need to get this bullshit out of the way. You can't work like this with everything jammed down there in the corner. It's bad enough you are hammered. Roxy, break some glass. Clara, so sehe ich nichts. Ja, with a mutant kitten. The test pilot flew back out, which means the link between planes is working and stable. You can't even remember which one you linked this up to. You guess you'll find out the fast way. Roxy, jump in. Use roll. From the perspective of an animal observing the two windows from the outside, transport looks instantaneous, but for the traveler there's always a gap of void between them. In experience, the more significant the journey between the planes is, the wider the gap. This one is small enough to be negligible, so probably because it leads to somewhere else in your house. You've set a bunch of these up as little shortcuts to places around your house, as well as some places nearby, like the lab. It's a convenient way to hop around, so isn't without some risk. You're still not sure what happens if one of the planes loses power while in transit. Others and objects predictably getting sliced in half if they are straddling the plane when the plug is pulled. You haven't come up with a good way to observe the consequences from the inside yet, without using yourself as a guinea pig. And you are in as much as a hurry to try that as you are to look up the correct spelling of guinea pig, because seriously, fuck those particular pigs. Roxy, land already. And you are quite through with the tomfoolery. You find yourself in your household observatory. You keep it very cool in here and use it to store pumpkins you've purified from around the world, especially from Jake. That guy is just thinking which was pumpkins on his dumb tropical island. It would never occur to you otherwise to be the grubby with pumpkins. But they just happen to be the most easily purifiable vegetable on the planet for reasons that make no sense. It's not like you can just stop swiping vegetables. You've got your own mysterious reasons. Hey, look, incoming message. Roxy, on that. Show Pastelok. When you over, you began chewing tipsy nostalgic TG. There you are. Tricky one to track down, you are. Oh yeah, don't know why I've been righty goofing around for hours. Oh, no doubt. Me thinks it's less to do with your actual whereabouts as it does with your virtues as a hero of void. Okay, but you never say what stuff like that means when you say it so. Is this more casual spoilers shit? Causal, and yes, somewhat, however. See spoilers by their nature, the more time that passes for you, the less relevant it becomes to guard their secrecy. As you approach your entry, details they have obscured will become more plainly evident. So I see no harm in loosening my tongue on certain matters the closer you get to the appointed hour. So you're saying I have like these magical void powers? Yes. Sounds like kind of shitty and boring powers to me. What can they even do besides make me invisible to an alien, sometimes alien? The void aspect is fascinating, so Zeros preside over the essence of lack or nothingness. Obfuscation of knowledge or its outright destruction. Snooze. Well, I think it is wonderful. In any way, one can hardly draw many conclusions about a player by aspect alone. The aspect is challenged more specifically by the assets of one class. So when you can't see me, when I'm doing my void thing or YWE, what do you see? Is it just a black screen? Pretty much. It's just that footage of my mom does it too, like black sounds and stuff. Mom was a notorious god to the paparazzi, I mean. The woman who I'm supposed to be genetically descended from, woman? Know what I mean? I understand what you are getting at. Yes, it is certainly possible that we may have common ground with our ancestors when it comes to our aspects and the way our abilities reveal themselves to us. I could not rule this out, but there is always more to examine. For instance, a hero of life and a hero of doom have aspects as different as can be. But if their classes are different than us as well, that is one active and the other passive, remarkably there is a chance they could end up with very similar abilities. Their abilities may also manifest in ways in defiance with the aspects of their heavily resistance to their true calling, or even corrupted in some way by an outside influence. But it is rather clear to me you are the one who embraces your aspect quite heartily, even if you're not aware of it. So, deep down I'm super spiked about nothingness. Yes, sounds about right. Oh damn, hey. I almost forgot I had a really short but cool dream. I figured you might like this. Oh yes, everyone is having important dreams as we near our mutual entries. This is lovely. Please tell. I saw someone I think was supposed to be my daughter. Do you know if that's true? Can you describe her? Well, she looked kinda like me, but in this orange get-up with a yellow sun on it. She sounds to me like the well-known figure of legend, or at least well-known to those who make the study of such matters into their all-consuming pastime. I believe you saw the Seer of Light. So, okay, let's say she's definitely sad. That doesn't mean she's not my daughter's boybus? Exactly how much boybus we talking? It would normally be my instinct to supply a vague response here, but I think that your heart has already told you the answer, and as not such my secrecy would be purposeless. So yes, that she was. Ah yes, I knew it. So some space lady, can you tell me who this lucky fella is? Fella? What do you mean? Come on, you know. Do I get future perceivers to make the Lightseer babies? Oh yes, part of my slugginess on the uptake. We are very different species, yes? We would definitely and familiarly remember them. Something science deeply muttering aliens to solve. That I think is something I cannot say, as that I should not say. Oh come on, you're already telling me stuff. Oh please don't press me for information, it makes me feel terribly guilty. You've no idea how much I would fancy revealing everything and change our stories endlessly, but I must show restraint. Please, what if I guess stuff? Is it Strider? Does he like get angry for a while or such? You probably don't even know what it means on account of being extraterrestrial. Can aliens be gay too? Is that the thing? Being space gay? Oh, my embarrassed alien is embarrassed. Sorry. I'm not embarrassed, I just don't know what you are talking about. Oh, but seriously, is it him? Maybe? Or is it like some active bio shit instead? And a dude and really involved. Maybe. Man, wouldn't that just figure? That would suck, right? You have to go and confirm my bleak, useless future. I confirmed no such thing, Roxy. You are being frightfully difficult. You just keep pushing and pushing, and I can't maintain my composure for only so long. Okay, I'm sorry. If you're really curious about the events around your daughter's origin, you can always ask her in person when you meet her. So you mean I am going to meet her in the game? Well, yes. But I'm not sure if I should have revealed that just now. You will see what happens when you push me. There's so much for me to keep track of, and it gets very difficult to remember what information to reveal at what time when you are flustered. Okay, so without pushing and frustrating you, let me just see if I have all my facts right. I will meet my colossal daughter from the future in this game. Yes, basically, and I will also meet my mother in this game. Yes, and the game will let me resurrect her from the dead, and that's what I am gonna do. The game provides a mechanism for the revival of the deceased. Yes, that is called the Colonel's Right, and you are free to gather remains of any dead party you choose. To revive it in ridicule in the form of a sprite. The sprite will then serve as a helpful spirit guide on your journey. Yeah, but you cleverly dodged the question. That's how you say it works, but will I do that? I believe I was very forthright in my answer. If you play the game, you will meet your daughter. If you play the game, you will meet your mother too. Simple as can be. Nero's eyes with drunken suspicions. And it's getting larger and larger. So yeah, to continue my confirmation spree, you are maybe kinda hinting there are ecto shenanigans that lead to the birth of my daughter, just like a descent from my mom to some sort of similar bioprocess. Those are definitely some things which you believe could be true or not true. Well, you're such a shitty liar. I'm not any kind of liar. Come on, what's the answer? Yes, no, or should I say yes, no, you? You, I choose you. Ah, you love yous. I do love yous. You're silly and cute and bad at lying. But I really don't lie. I'm not deceitful by nature, but in order to protect the infinity of certain outcomes while still being helpful to you. I guess I'm learning the art of deception through honesty. Which, as it turns out, as well intended as it may be, still comes across to a savvy less like yourself as just another kind of equivocation. So I guess I shouldn't be so startled that the Evoke of Void could provide me with so Void players that said in text their way of flummoxing even Zeus's plans beyond mortal understanding, and I am far from anyone like that, just a girl who wants to help. Show Pastelog. Okay, well, since you were so nice, I promise not to use my big void powers with basic common sense plus skills of deduction to bust you up so bad. I'd be ever so grateful. But without giving the whole third degree, what is safe to tell me? Like, what does it mean to be a Evoke of Void? That's what I am, right? Yes, I can tell you plenty about that. Evoke is a passive class. You see, they are passive plus and active minus classes. Some more strongly passive or active than others. The plus-minus distinction can mean anything, but could be quite roughly summed up in this way. Active classes exploit their expect to benefit themselves, while passive classes allow their expect to benefit others. But of course, there's plenty more to it, and that rule is in no way absolute, only a starting point for understanding the dichotomy. You mean kinda like offensive versus defensive magic in an RPG. Sure, that's another fine way of looking at it. Classes always come in plus-minus pairs, with significant disparity between them. While Evoke is passive, a Thief would be its far more active counterpart. The Evoke and Thief classes tend to be assigned to females, not exclusively, but commonly. Other classes learn more toward male assignment, while others are exclusively male and just as many exclusively female, like my class. That's a bit of a tangent, so, to answer your question about being Evoke, I should tell you both classes in plus-minus pair center have very similar descriptions. In this case, Evoke over Thief is one who steals. Quite simple, really. But whether the class is plus or minus makes all the difference. It is a great indicator as to how a hero will make use of the aspect. So basically, a Thief is like the asshole class, a player who says step off shit's mind sucker, whereas Evoke is basically Robin Hood. A side reference to your culture provides a suitable comparisons, and absolutely. So my essential is the Robin Hood of Void. I'm still not sure what the fuck that actually means. Understandable. I guess Robin Hood's pretty cool, so thieving up loot from peeps to get too much and all sugar daddying it out to the needy like a boss. Just don't have a clue how that works with Void. Yes, it is one of the more conceptually nebulous pairings, I agree. And I can't say I know a smashing good deal about the nature of the Void player's path, since the aspect is by definition inscrutable to those it does not choose. But I can at least tell you this. If you are ever to enjoy full ascension as a Evoke of Void, you will be able to do some completely astonishing things. Like what? Oh no, you will not pry this out of me, not to preserve causality, but to keep the surprise in store for you. It would not be honorable of me to spoil the discovery should you be fortunate enough to realize your potential. Well, about that, I feel sort of stupid about this, but I've been giving all my friends this whole magic spiel about not wanting to even play this thing, and I might have fucked stuff up already. You said so? It's so, and I guess I still haven't decided what to do. There are props and cons to both things. Would you mind listing some? Okay, I say don't play, and I guess it's kind of passive-aggressive revenge. It's a witch for killing my mom. And thereafter keep staying here and being lonely, or I do play in the sports arts for those. That was for me, check. Purchase the original launch family reunion, check as fuck. Meet all my friends, hacker check, and some other stuff. All fine points. Is there nothing I can do to make the decision easier? Nah, but thanks. You already have anyway. I will probably play. Wonder if I can tell this tree without looking like a waffle-ass chump. What's a waffle-ass chump? Is it Earth cuisine? No, it's just a shithead. This doesn't matter now, so I can play till I go deliver the dead cats back in time to maybe my mom or something. That's another statement that doesn't make a good deal of sense to me, but if it is important to you, then Godspeed. I'm so pleased to hear you are leaning in favor of participating with the rest of us. I promise we'll have a ball together. Sorry, I have a busy schedule to keep up with, so I must go. But please remember, you can always contact me if you have questions. Don't be a stranger, love. T.A. When in your Uber, you use steering tipsy nostalgic T.G. Roxy, proceed to lab. You are fairly sure this window will take you to one of the windows we have set up in the lab. There's more than one way to find out if this is true, you guess, but there's only one way that involves doing what the innovator do best, which is falling down. Roxy, be set. Seeing her own dream self. Okay, it's time for Dirk. Hello, Dirk. What the hell was going on here again? That's right, you were lodged in the bulbous cleft of Paradox Space Hux foam ass, and we were hoping to trouble you for a bit of context. Something to set our watches to, if you'd be so kind. Perhaps your successive actions will please us. Aha, joking, young bro. We know you don't give a shit. Go ahead and do whatever feels right. Dirk, go get your sword. You give your unbreakable katana, a real hard sword for a real hard dude. It was said to be fought by an ancient otaku master over the heat of a roaring manga fire. It was cooled in an enchanted spring, your virgin horse's knicker and base, and was said could be used only by one whose pointy anime shades were deemed sweet enough, and whose hair existed in a probably script state of looking completely fucking awesome. All of those things were said by you. You like to juggle around a few different allocations in your portfolio besides blade kind, mostly ironically. You take a certain amount of pride in being able to beat practically anyone's ass down with a puppet, a martial discipline for which there's a starting variety of techniques. Fancy Santa kind is a straight up shits and giggles specimen, so nobody's quite sure how to extract damage from it for using an extremely elaborate Santa figurine, but if anyone can figure it out, it is probably you. Dirk, give little Cal a nervous fist bump. Nervous? That's absurd. There's no reason to be nervous around little Cal. Little Cal is a shit. He's been around as long as you can remember. You were practically raised by that puppet. He was much better guardian to you than that Hollywood superstar bro Fuse ever was. He is such a good listener. You share with him all your most private thoughts and hopes and dreams. And sometimes you snuggle up with him for a nice nap. Anyway, the bottom line is puppets are awesome. And that's really all there is to say on the matter. This puppet is clearly being moved by someone. Dirk, admire Fancy Santa. Look at this pompous little asshole. What a god-awful piece of shit this thing is. You aren't even sure why you keep these things around. The mere smear of tackiness that surrounds them is almost enough to outstrip the irony value. Almost. Dirk, great robotic friend. You say yo what up to this dude over here and exchange a unique series of handshakes and fist bumps. His name is Squarewave. You built him to have rap-ups with now and then. He's an enthusiastic rapper and gives it his all whenever you duel, but he's pretty easy to destroy. You've never lost a match against him. You've only built one another rap-up besides him. His name is Sawtooth. You designed him to be unbeatable in a web-off, and he is. You have never won a match against him. You hope to one day, but you are not gonna hold your breath. His flow is just that insane. You keep one of his spearheads over there on your desk, but otherwise you don't see much of him. It's been months since your last encounter. He presumably spends his time traveling the world and handling any rapper foolish enough to challenge him. Dirk, examine wardrobe. You tell Scarewave to get out of the way so you can get a load of his sweet fashions. Oh, looks like he really wanted to rap with you. Sorry guy, maybe another time. This is your wardrobe fire. It automatically rotates your fashions whenever you feel like. Dirk, change shirt. You bust out a tank top, which is a go solution for hard dudes who want to show off the guns. It is a very strong look, you think? Dirk, what the hell is that on your arm? Oh, that's just a thick ink featuring a legendary cultural icon of deep personal significance. What is even the big deal? Sweet bro until after too. Dirk, examine little posters. Rest in peace, Stella. Poor bastard had to go and get all tangled up with your brother's crazy complicated life. As for the other one, you are a studious pop culture scholar of all eras, a sharp critic of the reflection in the mirror we hold up to our society. You seek truth in the vivid mosaic made of our most shameless obsessions. Your interest in these cartoon ponies is strictly academic, okay? No, seriously? What? Okay, fine, you laugh. This one particular little rainbow horse unironically is that such a crime? She is so spunky. Dirk, excellent puppet, head pile. The pile at the foot of your bed consists of heads, a few stray robot parts, and Smuppets. Smuppets are a laughable sort of plush of your own design. Yeah, he's a brony. You love everything about puppets. You are always thinking about the craft of the production, the operation, cool new designs and such. If the cosmos didn't have more important plans for you, and if the world weren't so fucked up, you'd make a one-hit fame and fortune with your own puppet enterprises, just like your bro did with all his weird shit. You also love to keep a bunch of hats around, even though you never wear them. You love hats because all bros love hats, and that's what you are, a bro. You'd consider wearing one now and then, but they don't really fit the dimensions of your head yet, and anyway, it would be criminal to mess up your perfect hair. Instead, you do the next best thing, which is wearing a picture of one on your shirt. And by the next best thing, you're pretty sure you mean the vastly superior thing. Dirk, check out Big TV. When you're not using the screen for other purposes, you have a set that rotates with some images by default, like a digital picture frame. The image flips from a totally pictured horse puppet sort of thing to a portrait of everyone's favorite comedy duo, Stiller and Wilson. Your bro made so many of these movies, it's hard to keep track of them. The series shifted almost imperceptibly from surrealist slapstick and inexplicable box office dynamite to weird, near subliminal protest pieces designed to expose the corporate tyranny slowly taking control of the world. The statement did not go unnoticed by the Baroness, and soon the conflict between your brother's media empire and Crocker Corp was a matter of public spectacle. So the press has generally played up the rivalry as an extremely high-stakes display of performance art. Knowing your bro, there is surely at least some truth to this. Donald Glover won an Academy Award for his transcendental performance as Jeremy. After his acceptance speech, there was not a single dry eye in the house. His heroic effort on the silver screen was heralded by critics everywhere. It's a defining moment in cinematic history. Alas, the Betterer did not look upon his achievement as kindly. She had him assassinated. That one is... Never mind what that one is. You can't stand around all day looking at movie stills and Swole Bunny Man. There's still some other shit in your room to investigate. You switch back to your regular shirt. You weren't feeling the wife beater. The t-shirt says, I still got work to do. And the other one says, which trailers a party at? Trailers don't party till it's good and fucking time to party. Dirk, excellent wet microwave. It isn't a microwave, it's your sanctificator. Pretty much the only Crocker tech you can bring yourself to use. It's just too handy not to. You just type the coordinates, pop in the thing you want to sanctificate, and hit the button. It will sanctificate that thing in a jiffy, assuming it's temporarily allowed and within size restrictions. Obviously, you can only send what you can fit inside there. You had to send Jake your robot piece by piece, barely managing to squeeze a shiny melon head in there. He then dutifully assembled the robot himself. Poor fool, was Joe really complicit in his own merciless jungle predation. It's all for the best though. When you are through with English, he will be a ruthless killing machine. Mark your words. Dirk, Capture Note Jerome plush. You step up the Jerome plush in your tech cop modus. This modus is often employed in web battles, but is a bit more elegant and sophisticated than what most hash web artists would initially employ, like the more updated numeric hash maps and hash tables. The cards are arranged in shade columns and groove rows. Everything in the same column has to rhyme. Everything in the same row has to have some semantic similarity. Organizing everything gets complicated, and weaponizing your inventory through web lyrics takes some serious skill. I wish we had sanctificators and their purifiers would be much faster than our postal system. Yes, but if we had these things in our world, would also be gone. For instance, the third groove row got kind of railroaded into becoming an orange soda row, so you've just been rolling with it recently. The fourth row is packed for stuff associated with cool boys. The second row is all about dolls, puppets, and stuff like that. The Jeremy plush is clearly suitable for that row and rhymes with crush, so that works out. Then you have some other perfectly dope rhymes like Santa and Fanta, Fagum and Game Bro, Dew and Chew. There's also Smuppet and Orange Jet, which frankly you think is pretty weak, but hey, the modus allows it, so whatever. And there are times where you have to be creative with naming stuff to get it to fit. Like calling a skateboard a four-wheel device to get it to rhyme with slice. Just another facet to the craft. Dirk, Capture Note Sweet Bro plush. Might as well complete the plush collection, so grab your sweet bro off your bed and intersects quite conveniently with the plush proof in the Fago shade. Nice one. Dirk, Capture Note Hella Jeff plush. Last but not least, there's nothing here that rhymes with Hella Jeff. It really isn't worth jumping through a lot of linguistic hoops to pick this thing up right now, so just forget that. You have to pick your battles, you know. Dirk takes sword. You pick up the mighty sword. The easiest thing to do is stitch the slice, stick the sword in the weapon throw and rhyme it with board. You've had a lot of junk like this manufactured over the years. He patented the technology for producing three-dimensional JPEG artifacts to make products shittier than was ever previously imaginable. He made a killing of them, not because anyone bought his garbage, but because they were so cheap to manufacture, their cost was actually negative, therefore miraculously netting him profit for every unit produced. He made so much money this way he had enough to finance manned space missions to haul all of the hideous unwanted JPEG shit off the Earth and launch it into the sun. But years thereafter, every now and then someone would report a stray shitty scabber slowly drifting back into Earth's atmosphere. People would pray they would burn up on Reently, but they never would. Oh look, Squarewave saw you messing around with your cylinder deck and thought you were preparing for a web battle. He is kind of like an eager pet dog, and you made the mistake of picking up his leash and now he thinks he's going for a walk. You had to break his heart, but you just don't have time. Your confrontation is divided in us as it is. Dirk beat himself. Among the many ways you tend to multitask is by maintaining an ever-alert dream self. There's a lot to keep an eye on when it comes to the cloak and dagger politics of Dirk, especially these days. Can't let your guard down for a second. Dirk examines sleazy Dirk-eyed wreck. The inquiring Cavapashian dead. It's the latest issue of the inquiring Cavapashian, touting the recent assassination of Frostpit's Maid of Life. Quite the triumph for the Dark Kingdom, and the press has predictably sensationalized the event to please the royalty and whip the readership into nationalistic leather. In spite of all the ridiculous hyperbole and baseless slander found in the tabloids, one thing is clear. This development means nothing but trouble. If Noah has been empowered to take measures like this, you may have to accelerate your plans. Shit, while you were distracted with a newspaper in Dreamland, Squarewave has ambushed you for a web-off. Told you, bro, can't let your guard down for a second. We now have a web-off. Yo dude, you swivel, I couldn't help but check, loading up on your cylinder. Can't fool me, Holmes, I know what that's about. So I just got what kind of surprise movie left, bust open and know how you love your movies. Do you want to play a game? This was, pitiful, man. Man, no. I already told you I don't have time to disgrace you with my rhymes today, sorry dude. It's so back, I've been watching you waste nothing but time on looking at your horse pictures and shit. So I am like, that shit is practice, I'm a guy made of metal. Sit your ass back down, cause you've got shit to settle. Just park it in my grill, you'll be whistling like cattle. Grab the one new device and feet don't reach the pedal. Okay, now it's getting better. God damn it, alright, sounds again. Grab off mine, I got a net of you said that ember, shoot your ass down where I've had used flash. I push my track to the head first, expect it to make some weight here, you don't talk smack with orange crush. Robot. Damn dog, why is your robot exactly to predictable subscription to the liquid like those and cool. While you were making short work of Squarewave, you once again made the mistake of letting your other self's guard down. You are accosted by a Durset agent with a serious axe to grind. These guys aren't supposed to know you are awake. Looks like your cover's blown unless you act fast. Dirk, act fast. You're seeing little Cal. This was maybe a little extreme. Poor hegemonic brute. His time in the spotlight has been cut tragically short. You almost feel sorry for the guy. But now you have a problem. You spend the next 10 minutes thinking about it while you stand on his head and stare at the blood on your hands, as the often utilized stock graphic in the bottom corner of the image would indicate. Dirk, check on Roxy. Since the art agent is clearly leading the assassination of Force personally in Frostpit, this means that the conning dignitary is most likely focused on the Durst streamers. You almost certainly ordered the brute to off you in your sleep. You can only hope the dignitary or one of his assassins hasn't already gotten to her. Dirk, exit. just as you thought, sleepwalking again. Where the hell does she think she's going? And now we have some context for why he was looking at her bloody like this. Dirk, your waking self again. This is kind of a redundant thing to do since you are always concisely both of your waking and dream self at the same time, but you let it slide. You probably stop dwelling on your Dirk problems and try to get the show on the road. Dirk, pester Roxy. Memories testify TT began pestering tipsy nostalgic TT. Roxy, you awake yet? Guess not. Let me know. Yeah, we already had this conversation. Don't have to read all of this again. Yeah, we already had all this while we were Roxy. Dirk, take actual responsibilities seriously. You attempt to take actual responsibility seriously, but start zoning out in the real world while you dwell on your dream troubles. You zone out for who knows how long, and suddenly your train of thought is interrupted by your glasses. Dirk, answer autoresponder. Bro, what are you doing? It seems you are zoning out again. What happened to all these actual responsibilities you were going to take seriously? I was thinking about what to do, strategizing, factoring contingencies. You know how it is. It seems to me you were dwelling within your dream awareness at the expense of your waking busyness again. I don't think he was awesome and multitask as you like to think. You know you kind of zombie the fuck out on the side when you get all contemplative on that side. Appearances are deceptive. I'm still in control here, just doing this human thing we call chilling out for half a goddamn minute. I say you all are oversazing your mind's capability to one shit in parallel. What do you think you are, a machine? No, dude. I already deployed a variety of mechanical avatars dedicated to the self-aggrandizing fantasy. You have the incredible privilege of getting to be one of them. That's right, I'm a machine and therefore I can keep like billions of calculations or whatever all humming away at once. I take a shit in background processes that you could only dream of wrapping your exquisite looking head around even on a great hair day. You know, Pi? What? You mean the number? Yes, the number, the big circle number, genius. I knew you meant the fucking number, my question was a joke. I know your question was a joke, my response was a joke. Yeah, I know that, I'm particularly you dumpers. All these things we are saying are jokes, including this fucking useless clarification. What about Pi? Yeah, the thing is, I solved it. What do you mean you solved it? I mean, that's what the hotshot I am. I fucking solved it. I calculated it so much I got to the end. Bullshit. Your wishes was bullshit. The last number is 4. Read it and fucking leave. It's not 4, you checkers. It's fucking nothing. There is no end. That's a smug organic matter with a lifespan. Look, I know you're just fucking with me because for some reason I decided to program my own personal troll 3 years ago, but this shit was proven. Actually demonstrated with unanswerable mathematics like a long ass time ago. Well, I just assailed it. It wasn't even that hard. Like, I just kept taking those digits so furiously with my sick rhythms. They all got a number just quite uncle. I kind of wore it out and it just gave up, sort of like I overloaded the system. You know, like in the old movie when Ferris Bueller got the nuclear computer to play tic-tac-toe against itself so hard it blew up. This is laughable. It's a totally amateur thing. I'm pretty sure in ancient Greek I said all shit about irrational numbers. That was practically when math was invented. Sure, it was settled, and then some robo-shades came along and owned that fucker posthumously. Also figured out all the prime numbers too. No, not having this conversation. Did while we were talking just now. Got to the end. And you know what? The last one isn't even that big. Kinda disappointed, to be honest. What is even a prime number? Are they like the really choice ones, the sweetest numbers? You lost me, supercomputer. This is what I'm saying. I put your ability to keep plates spinning on sticks to insane amounts of shame. I don't even sleep. Neither do I. I know that. That was a fucking joke. Holy shit, turns out joking was the basis for my response too. Aren't these ironic? You don't get the joke conversations we always have, just the awesome a joke. Haha, nice one. Anyway, all I'm saying is you can leave some of the heavy lifting to me now and then. I'll keep that in mind. In the meantime, I have to contact Jane and warn her Roxy Knight try to pull the paintless stunt. So, thanks for snapping me out of my daydream so I could do that, I guess. Looks like you are pulling your weight already. See, maybe that was my whole point in having this conversation. Your point was to fuck with me like it usually is. My point was to point out you've got multi-self-management is your dude. Tackling too many selves for being not software. My point was also to fuck with you. Also, my point was to ask, are you really going to go through with it today? What? The Jake thing? Oh god, will you just hold on. Let me deal with the Jane thing first. Need to watch Ferris Bueller again. It's a tap. Oh no, this thing with the tic-tac-toe was actually for war games. I don't know why he said it was Ferris Bueller. I think he was ironic about it. Dirk warned Jane. Okay, I think this is enough for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good night or a good day, and I hope I'll see you again next week.